Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is I Stand Capital here with another important video, another important breakdown. And I hope this video going into 2026 is going to change the way you see the market, right? The way you view the market is very, very important. It's very, very important. This is a very, very important video, and it's one that I'm going to keep coming back to, to get my perspective of what I should be doing in 2026, right? So let's jump into it. So I want this video not be more than 20, 30 minutes. So just very, very simple something, right? Very, very simple something. It's about following trading continuations, right? Trading continuation. I don't really like reversals. Now, I'm not against trading multiple pairs. I trade multiple pairs. I trade multiple pairs, right? I trade multiple pairs, and there is a specific way, something that I want to see on all of the structure wise from the higher time frame to look to the lower time frame, right? If you're someone that trades a lot of pairs, you need to stay on the higher time frame. You need to build on from the higher time frame. If it is not there, it is not there, and you go on to the next asset, right? That's basically what I'm going to show you guys right now. So what I'm going to be showing you guys is very, very simple. It's called the rejection plus breakouts model. It's a very simple system to follow. So basically, the first thing I will need to identify is where is market coming from? Where is it going to? That is very simple. Where is market coming from? Where is it going to? So I use a very simple technique called ranges. And the way I apply range is very different from the way other people apply ranges. This is something working out for me for a while now. So something I plan to keep using. So let's say you have a range high now, you have a range low now. Now, if market goes and takes out the range high, right, goes and take out the range high, and we break structure inside, I expect that in the coming few, price delivery, that we get to the range low. So I'm going to be looking out for entries in that regard. I'm going to be looking out for entries in that regard, like that, until we hit the specified target. So this is basically the way I see the market. It doesn't matter what phase you're in the market. It can be bullish, can be bearish, whatever it is, right? So once I say this kind of delivery, I'm usually on this side of the market, and vice versa, right? And vice versa. Once, price has taken out the range low and we're broken structure inside, I'm most likely going to be delivering following price like this, right? I'm going to following price like this. So one of the most important things is you need to understand your range high, your range low. You need to understand that, and where your targets are, right? Where your targets are. So this is very, very important. Where your targets are, very, very important. So you know when to leave the market. So because sometimes market will get to these areas, right? Market will get to these areas and will have massive reversals. So if you're holding to, if you're going to hold for longer, you should be taking at least 60% of profits at these levels, right? So yeah, let's work together. Let's work together now. So that's basically my plan. That's basically my idea. Now, one of the most common things I've seen traders doing is, when you have a CLT, you're going to have candle range high, candle range low. There's a candle right like this, right? Candle like this. Then they will see the second candle taking out the first candle, and they will traders will automatically see this as an invitation for sales. Now, I've spoken about this before in my previous video. I think I'm going to target how to confirm if this is the right direction for you to go. Now, once you see this kind of things here, I need something called structural confirmation. That's basically price must break structure in this direction. If I don't see price breaking structure in that direction, I'm not going to engage. So what do I mean? Now, let's say this is the daily time frame now. This is daily time frame now. I'm trying to rush this. So I make it very easy for you guys to at least come back to. You feel me? So let's say this is daily time frame now, yeah. And on the 4 hours, specifically on the 4 hours, 2 hours, right? Let's keep it on the 4 hours. 4 hours has more credibility. Do you understand? So let's on the 4 hours time frame. I will need to see price do something like this. If I don't have something like this, I'm not going to engage, especially when the overall order flow of the market is bullish. Because this candle this first candle right here, is actually a bullish candle to the upside. Most of the time, there will be what? There will be breakout candles. And then you have this forming. When I see this forming, I will need price to give me a break of structure to the downside. Once I have this break of structure to the downside, I cannot trade easily from the QM levels. And I continue to trade. This will be a breakout level, and I continue to trade. It's as simple as that. Even if you miss the first one, you can get the second one easily. Do you understand? You can get the second one easily. Now, the most important thing is knowing when to use this and when not to use this. Now, let's give you guys a good example of my XAUSD buys this week. That was on Friday to Monday. This XAUSD, Friday to Monday. So price on Thursday was like this. And a lot of traders, we are looking to sell this. And rightfully, and I understood where they were coming from. Right? You see this. Right? You see this. Right? And you see this as, possible targets. Now, they came in with the notion that they were going to sell this. But my own perspective was very simple, right? All I'm seeing right here is that, okay, we've got that pattern right there. That pattern doesn't tell me anything. Honestly, it doesn't tell me anything. If I see it in a bullish scenario, right, I'm more than happy. Like in this kind of scenario, yeah, I'm looking for buy opportunities, and I see something like this, something like this. This is a bullish scenario. I'm very happy. I know that, okay, the next day I'm buying to this high, which we did. I saw it again around here. I knew that, okay, I'm buying to this high, which we did. Because the overall order flow is bullish. I saw it here again. I knew that, okay, we're buying the next day, at least into this. It's a very, very simple system to trade, but you don't have to trade it every time you see it. Without the structural confirmation, right, it is useless. Honestly, it is useless to me. So, right, let's go back to where we are. People saw this and are looking to sell for sales the next day, also on the Friday, into this low. And I was not like that. Now, on the 4 hours time frame, what I was seeing on the 4 hours time frame was price rejecting off this level. That's all I could see. Price rejected 1, rejected 2, right? If price closes below, let's say this candle closes below, the next candle closes below this level, then I'll look for sell opportunities. But without that, I'm not going to sell. Do you understand? So let's play price forward a little bit. And that rejection, and that rejection, and that rejection, and now a breakout. We now have a breakout on Friday to the upside. All I'm not seeing right here now is what? Price rejecting, right? Rejecting off this key level right? And we now have a breakout. Where is the breakout? Breakout above this level right here. Above this key level right here. And this key level would now be towards resistance, turn, support. Why is that? This level has been used for sales previously before the breakout to the upside. Are you with me? Before the breakout to the upside. So that was what fueled my buy bias on Monday. So all I needed to do was, okay, Stanley, where's our minimum target? Minimum target will be here. Obviously, that was the what's it called? That was the the all-time highs around here, somewhere around here, yeah. So this was another reason why I was actually like very, very bullish. So we go to the weekly time frame. Now, on the weekly time frame, what do you see on the weekly time frame? Basically, see that okay, price has taken out. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Are taking out this candle's low, right? Take out candle's low. So obviously, we're coming for the what? For the range high. So the range low taking, range high is next. You feel me? So back to the 4 hours time frame. Now, on the 4 hours time frame, now we break out to the upside. Now, sellers are panicking now. They are absolutely panicking now. So if you go to the 2 hours or the 1 hour, now I was trying to like get a tighter stop loss, right? I was trying to get a tighter stop. Anytime I go to the lower time frame, just try to get the tighter stop loss. That's all. Because normally your stop loss should be here just to cover everything and just to be safe. But I don't really. That's not the way I roll. I cannot use how many pips stop loss. I cannot use 136 pips stop. I don't do that, right? I don't do that. So basically, all I use was what this 1 hour candle. This one right here. This is a breakout to the upside, and you can see that level that I marked out being sponsoring what sells here, sells here, sells here, multiple sales already. So when I did was what I marked this out as my internal range liquidity. This became my internal range liquidity, right? And then I placed my entry there at that level, stop loss here, and I targeted the external range liquidity right here. This was a 7-hour trade. I can see price triggered it and went to TP. Very, very clean. Very, very clean. Right? If I was editing this video, I will put my executions there. Very, very clean. This is what I want you guys to be doing. You can see the way I was waiting for the breakout below. We didn't get the breakout below. We got rejection from this key level, right? Plus the breakout to the upside. That fueled my trade to work for the buy side. It's as simple as that. Now let's look at GPSD now, my GPSD buys. Now let's go back to the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. I took the trade. Let's see. So this is the daily time frame right here. We're actually very bullish on like for this range right here. Overall, we're bearish, right? But for this range right here, we're making highs and higher lows, and the likes, right? So looking at this right here, what do we have? We have another key level, another important key level, another important zone right here, right? Price. Let me take in the plot. So price came into that key level right here. Can you see it right there? Rejection from that key level, right? And we swept the previous candle's low and we closed inside. So that means if all things goes well, we should be targeting here as our external range liquidity. That's our draw on liquidity. So all I need now, right now, is what? Is a breakout. Right now, I do not have that breakout on the first time. I do not have that. So I keep waiting. right? I keep waiting. Now we now have a breakout to the upside on the 4 hours. So 4 hours is now bullish. Daily is now bullish. Everything is what? Bullish. At least to this target. So range low, range high. Range low taking breakout structure inside. Now what? Our target is now set. We cannot take a direct entry from here. All we need is what? Market to create internal range liquidity for us. Right? Which it did. So this becomes our internal range liquidity. This will be our first entry. Stop loss below the breakout candle. First entry on GPUSD was from here. Right? Now, let me go back to the 4 hours time frame. Once price gets here, once price gets to that 4 hour level, watch something. Price will go to the 4 hours level, rejected. We go to the 2 hours time frame. What are we looking for now? We're looking for a structural confirmation. Do we have the structural confirmation right here? No, we don't. No breakout yet, at least above this key level. No breakout yet. Confirmed out when I can add another entry. Once I get this breakout to the upside, I'm what? I'm locking in another entry. Do you get it? Do you get the gist now? So we'll keep waiting. Price keeps rejecting from that key level. No entry for the second trade yet. Price go back to our entry point. Price keep rejecting. Price goes back up. And finally, we have the breakout to the upside. As soon as we have the breakout to the upside on the 2 hours time frame, now what do we have now? We have what? 4 hours rejection, 2 hours what? Breakout. This is the recipe that should be trading. Do we have our drawn liquidity insight? Yes, we do. So this candle becomes our what? Our internal range liquidity. So what is the nearest key level to this level, to this right here? If you look to the left-hand side, you'll see that this buy is right here. They were rejecting off of this key level. Right? And from this key level, all these cells was from there again. Buys from there again, buys from there again. So this must be a very important key level right there, right? So this now fuels my what? My second entry, locking in my stop loss around here, right? The same target. The same target. I want that is a 5 hour trade. Let's leave it here. 5 hour trade. And we play price triggered in profit and move toward TP. Very, very easy to understand. Right? Very, very easy to understand. Now, the last example I'm going to show you guys will be GJ. I'm going to bring it back to the gold example that I showed you, where we saw price doing what? Giving us a CLT that failed. And I'm going to show the one that worked out and how you should what? You should be engaging on this sort of things. Now, let's take price back to here. Go back to the daily time frame. Now, in the daily time frame, we have this breakout to the upside and everything. So this is a key level that price could come back to. Price goes back to that key level, rejection. Then we now have what? A CRT. So this is a possible what? Buys into at least this high. So how do we confirm if this is going to work out? What do I tell you guys? Your what? Your structural confirmation, right? Your structural confirmation, very, very important. So you go straight to the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, what do you see on the 4 hours time frame? You go to your line chart. We want to see a breakout. We want to see what a breakout. Did the market close above this key level? Yes or no? Yes, right? Good. That is our breakout to the upside. This becomes our what? Internal range liquidity. Right? This becomes my internal range liquidity. And this QM Go to your line chart again. This QM becomes my entry point. You could use any other levels here, obviously, but let's use that one. And this should be a very, very nice entry. Now I held my trade to the overall external, basically. But you cannot target here for what, a 3.9 out trade with peace of mind, right? With peace of mind, triggered, breakout in profits, smash TP. Very, very easy, guys. These are the kind of way I want you guys to be trading in 2026, right? Very, very easy. Now let's go to the last example. I'm going to show you guys USJPY. So UJ, all right, UJ now, very, very easy. Let's go back to here before Monday. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Now I told you guys, when you have a 4-hour rejection, you have a 2 hours breakout. When you have a daily rejection, you have a 4-hour breakout. When you have a weekly rejection, you have what? A daily breakout. So looking at this right here, let's look at our weekly levels. This is a weekly level right here, right? Coming on the daily time frame. Price rejected right there. That's a rejection. So at this point, the weekly candle was rejecting, but the daily was not giving us a breakout. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So go to the weekly. What do we have on the weekly now? We have what? Weekly rejection. Do we have a daily breakout? No, not yet. So wait for a daily breakout. At this point, go to the line chart. At this point, what do we see? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, higher high. That's a daily breakout, right? That is a what? A daily breakout. So that means price can go to this length, the external, right? After the breakout. So now wait for what? Price to come back later into discount levels. Into discount levels and buy. Because this candle will be what? Your internal range liquidity. You get the gist now. So price extended a little bit, came back, you go to your 4 hours time frame. Right? On the 4 hours, what do you see on the 4 hours? Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, higher high. So 4 hours is also bullish. Everything is what? Bullish. You set your limits just below the internal range liquidity. You can use key levels, whatever you want to use. I use key levels, so I'm going to put my what at the QM right here. Stop loss below this zone. Targeting, can target here. You can target here for a 4-hour trade. You can target here for a 6.25 hour trade. Anyone works. Do you understand? So if you're a profit trader, you just keep targeting your 3-hour, your 4-hour, and you pass your challenges. You get payout ASAP. Like it will be like water. But the most important thing is also discipline to wait for this kind of moves and wait for them to come back. Don't chase them. That is the hard part. You don't chase price. You don't chase price. This is very easy. Your only job is to wait for price. That is all. So price comes back into our level right here. Triggered now, right? Came close to this thing. Pump, and it's TP right there. Right? It's TP right there. Now, my next move now on USJPY would be looking for buys from this zone. Why? This thing is still available. My target is still available, cannot be met. So if price can actually use this as what? My internal range liquidity, and we get buys from here, we should hit this level and beyond. Do you see how everything looks very, very easy? So this is what I want you guys to be doing going into 2026. So anyway, if you like this content, guys, make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share this video. Very important. And if you want to join my public community where I drop my trades, signals, We host sessions every week, guys. We host sessions every week. If you want to be part of our community, check the description of this video. I posted the link right there. You can join us for free. All right, guys. Peace. I'll see you guys another time.